All right, so you landed an interview with EY.
Yeah.
Huge congrats.
Big step.
It is, and we want to make sure that you are ready.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do a deep dive
Yeah.
into a video by Richard McMunn. He's an interview coach.
Yep.
And he's got some really great tips for specifically EY interviews.
Cool.
So think of this as your cheat sheet to totally crushing it. Not just surviving, but like blowing them away.
Yeah, I like that.
In this interview.
I think one of the most interesting things about these EY interviews is that it's not just about skills.
Oh, really?
It's not just can you do the thing.
Okay.
They really want to know if you're a cultural fit.
Okay.
You know, if you're going to mesh with their values and their way of working.
Interesting.
It's almost like a puzzle piece.
Okay.
You know, you got to fit in to the whole picture.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So it's not just what you know.
Right.
It's who you are.
Yeah, and how you're going to fit in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So McMunn starts right off with that classic question.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, the classic.
Right. And I feel like this can go wrong so easily.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
their first impression of you.
Right.
And they're looking for you to be self-aware.
Okay.
So can you sum up like who you are professionally and how your skills connect to what they need?
Okay.
You know, it's almost like an elevator pitch.
Okay.
For your career, you're hitting those key points that are going to be relevant to EY.
Gotcha. So no long rambling life story.
No, definitely not.
Just the highlights.
Yeah, keep it concise.
Okay, so he actually gives a sample answer.
Yep.
And he says, I am a diligent, responsive, analytical, and creative collaborator.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody says that, though.
You're absolutely right. Like, that is...
You know what I mean?
That's a good starting point. You know, it hits those key words, but you got to make it your own.
Right.
So, like, think of a specific example from your work where you embody those qualities.
Okay.
So, like, maybe you led a project that needed both, like, careful analysis and out-of-the-box thinking.
Right.
Or maybe you thrived in, like, a super fast-paced team environment.
Right.
Always ready to jump in and contribute.
Okay.
You know, that's what's going to make you stand out.
So don't just tell me you're a team player.
Yeah.
Show me.
Exactly.
Show, don't tell.
With a story.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. All right, so next question.
Yeah.
Why EY?
Why EY?
Why E?
Isn't that kind of obvious?
Well, yeah, you want a job, right?
Right.
But it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
They want to know that you're genuinely interested in them.
Okay.
Specifically.
Okay.
That you've done your research.
Okay.
You know what they do. You get their values. And you're actually excited about that kind of work.
So I shouldn't just say, like, I want to work for a big company.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Remember, they're a huge company.
Right.
Audit, tax, consulting, advisory.
Okay.
Wide range of clients globally. You got to be specific.
All right, so how do we do that?
So McMunn suggests weaving in some of the things that EY's is known for.
Yeah.
Like their commitment to training.
Okay.
Building diverse teams.
Right.
These things signal to them that you've been paying attention.
Gotcha.
That you align with their values.
Okay.
He also mentions their transparent career paths.
Okay.
Which is huge for ambitious people who are looking to grow within the company.
Right.
So it's not just a quick pit stop.
Okay.
You're in it for the long haul.
So I need to show them that I'm not just applying to every job out there.
Yes.
I'm choosing them
yes.
for a reason.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And they want to know that reason.
All right, I like that. So next question is a little bit of a curveball.
Ooh, curveball. Okay.
What are EY's values?
Okay.
And how have you demonstrated them?
Wow. Okay, so this one is all about showing that you get what they stand for.
Okay.
Beyond just like reciting the website.
Right.
You need to prove that you understand their values on a deeper level.
Right.
Connect them to your own actions.
That sounds hard.
It is tough, but McMunn gives a really good example.
Okay.
He talks about a time when he was a junior employee.
Okay.
And his colleagues wanted to cut corners on a client project to save money. But McMunn knew it was ethically wrong.
Okay.
So he stood up to them.
Good for him.
Right. And he linked his actions to EY's values of integrity and doing the right thing.
Yeah, even when it's hard.
Exactly, even when it's tough.
Yeah, so it's not just enough to say, I value integrity.
Right.
You got to show them.
You got to show a time where you actually did it.
When you did it. Okay. Wow, that's a powerful example.
It is.
All right, next up.
Okay.
Give an example of how you handled multiple projects.
Okay.
I feel like that's relevant
Yeah.
to pretty much every job these days.
Especially somewhere like EY.
Right.
Fast-paced,
Yeah.
intense.
Okay.
They want to know that you can juggle
Okay.
and prioritize without dropping the ball.
Gotcha.
Even under pressure.
Right.
And he gives this really cool example.
Okay.
McMunn does.
Yeah.
Where he talks about color-coding his tasks.
Okay.
And even using tools like ChatGPT.
Wait, ChatGPT?
Yeah.
In an interview? Answer.
I know, right?
That's pretty cool.
It shows that you're organized,
Okay.
but also that you're open to using technology to work smarter, not harder.
Right.
And EY loves that adaptability.
So it's not about being like superhero
Right.
who can do it all manually.
Exactly.
It's about knowing how to use your resources.
Yeah, leverage your resources.
Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now for the question that makes me squirm a little bit. Tell me about a time you failed.
Tell me about a time you failed.
Who wants to talk about that?
I know.
In an interview.
It's like nobody wants to talk about failure.
But he says it's not about
I'm
trying
not about
to
being
do
perfect.
it.
Because guess what? Everybody makes mistakes.
Right.
What matters is that you're self-aware.
Okay.
You own it, and you can explain what you learned from that failure.
So should I just pick any failure?
Well,
Or is there like...
He gives a good example.
Okay.
About missing crucial sales data in his first job.
Uh-huh.
And he really focuses on what he did to fix it.
Okay.
And the lesson he learned,
Right.
attention to detail is non-negotiable.
Gotcha.
So it's about turning that negative into a positive.
Okay.
And showing that you can grow from your mistakes.
So pick a failure that you learned from.
Yes.
Okay.
And that you can spin
Right.
into a positive.
Right. Okay, cool. All right, now let's move on to maybe the fun part.
Okay, the fun part.
What are your greatest strengths?
What are your greatest strengths?
Time to brag a little.
A little bit, yeah.
So here it's about highlighting your strengths. Mm-hmm.
But you want to tie them back to EY's needs.
Yes. Tie them back to what we've been talking about.
Right.
Those values and the job description.
Right.
Think about how your best qualities connect to what they're looking for.
So no laundry list of random skills that have nothing to do with the job?
No, keep it relevant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So McMunn's framework is great.
Yeah.
Identify the strength, back it up with a story.
Yes.
Explain how it'll help you thrive at EY.
Thrive at EY, exactly.
He gives some examples like collaboration, emotional intelligence, resilience, problem solving.
Oh, the good stuff.
Those are all really good in EY's world.
Yeah, those are like gold.
So if I have them...
You've got them, flaunt them.
Show, don't tell.
Show, don't tell.
All right, okay. What about the dreaded... What is your biggest weakness question?
Oh, the weakness question. Everybody hates that one.
I know.
Yeah.
But he actually has some good advice.
Okay.
So the key is to be genuine, but also strategic.
Strategic.
Okay.
He says avoid cliches like I'm a perfectionist.
Oh, yeah. Everybody says that.
Right.
It sounds so insincere.
And it's not really a weakness.
Right. It's not a real weakness.
It's just like, yeah.
You know, like humble brag.
Right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead, frame your weakness as an area for development.
An area for development. Okay.
So I shouldn't pretend I don't have any weaknesses.
No. They want to see that you're self-aware.
Okay.
And that you're always striving to improve.
Okay.
And he gives a couple good examples, like taking on too much work or public speaking. And what's interesting is how he spins them positively.
Okay.
So, for example, he explains that he's learning to delegate more effectively.
Okay.
Or that he's joined Toastmasters
right.
to improve his public speaking skills.
So it's about being honest, but showing them that you're working on it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, growth mindset.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, now, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
The future?
The future, I always struggle with this one.
Yeah,
okay,
tough.
Oh.
But this question is all about showing them that you're committed for the long haul.
Okay.
And that your goals align with their vision.
Right.
They don't want to invest in somebody who's going to jump ship in a year.
Right. So I shouldn't mention.
Probably not.
My dreams of opening a bakery in Bali.
Probably not the best time to mention that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead, McMunn suggests researching EY's career development programs.
Right.
And mentioning one that genuinely excites you.
Yeah. Find one that you actually like
okay.
and see yourself doing.
Okay.
Like, for example, he talks about the Developing Future Fit Managers program as something he'd be eager to participate in.
Okay.
Because it shows that you're already picturing yourself.
Right.
Climbing that ladder within EY.
Aligning my ambitions with their opportunities.
Exactly.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm getting the sense that like a theme here is like Connect everything back to EY.
Make it relevant to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely.
Wow, we've covered a lot already.
We have, but there's one more crucial piece we need to talk about. Asking smart questions at the end of your EY interview.
Ugh, I always struggle with this.
I know, but it's so important.
Yeah.
It's your chance to shine, to leave a lasting impression.
All right, so we're going to talk about that.
We are.
In part 2.
In part 2, we're going to break down McMunn's killer questions.
Okay, awesome. I can't wait.
It's going to be good.
All right, see you then.
See you there. Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
All right, we are back.
We are talking all things EY interviews. And last time we talked about how to answer all those tough questions they're going to throw at you.
Right.
But it's not just about answering their questions.
Right.
You need to be ready to ask some of your own.
This is the part I always struggle with.
I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But it's so important. Okay.
Because it's your chance to show them you're not just a passive candidate.
Right.
You're engaged. You're curious.
Yeah.
You're really thinking about what it would be like to work at EY.
Okay.
So McMunn has some really killer questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
That will help you do just that.
Lay 'em on me.
All right. So he suggests starting with, what is it that top-performing employees at EY do to achieve success?
I like that.
Yeah.
It shows that I'm ambitious.
It does.
I want to be a top performer.
It shows that you're not just aiming for the bare minimum.
Right.
You want to excel.
I want to be the best.
You want to be the best.
Yeah.
And it also shows that you're open to feedback.
Okay.
And continuous learning.
So it's like, I'm not afraid of hard work.
Yeah.
Tell me the secrets to success.
Tell me the secrets.
Okay.
What's next?
All right, what's next?
So then he recommends following up with something a little more specific.
Okay.
Can you tell me more about the Developing Future Fit Managers program?
Oh, yeah, that's the one that shows that I'm interested in growing within EY.
Exactly.
But didn't we already cover that?
We did.
So why ask again?
So this time you're digging a little deeper.
Okay.
So you're demonstrating that you've done your research.
Right.
And you're genuinely interested in how this program could help you develop your career.
So it's like, I really like this program. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It shows initiative.
Okay.
A desire to learn.
Okay, cool.
What about this one? How does the performance review process work at EY?
Why is that a good one to ask?
So this one is all about showing maturity.
Okay.
A desire to understand expectations.
Okay.
You're basically saying, I'm serious about my performance.
Right.
And I want to know how EY supports and evaluates its employees.
So I'm someone who values feedback.
Exactly.
And I want to grow.
And you're not afraid of accountability.
Okay.
You're committed to continuous improvement.
3 really good questions.
Yeah.
Is it okay to ask more than 3?
So 3 is a good number to aim for.
Okay.
But you can always have a few more up your sleeve.
Right.
If the conversation naturally flows in that direction.
So if they mention something.
If they mention a project they're working on.
I could ask about that.
Ask a follow-up question.
Okay.
It shows you're paying attention.
Okay.
And that you're genuinely interested in what they're saying.
So listen closely, connect the dots, ask questions.
Yes.
That show I'm curious and engaged.
Exactly.
Okay.
And keep your questions positive. Focused on the role and your potential contribution to EY.
Right.
This is not the time to ask about salary or benefits.
No.
Save those for later.
Okay, stay focused.
Stay focused.
Big picture.
Big picture.
Okay, but let's be real.
Okay.
Interviews are nerve-wracking.
They are.
I always get those pre-interview jitters.
It's totally normal.
Okay, good.
Even seasoned professionals get nervous
Okay.
before an interview. But remember, EY invited you to this interview because they see something in you.
Oh.
They're interested. So the key is to manage those nerves.
Right.
So they don't sabotage your performance.
Okay, any tips?
So McMunn is a big believer in preparation.
Okay, so all that stuff we talked about.
Yeah.
Researching EY, crafting answers to common questions.
Yes.
Aligning my strengths with their values.
All that.
That all helps with nerves.
It does because it boosts your confidence.
Okay.
Knowing you've done your homework.
Right.
But it's not just about content.
Okay.
It's also about practicing your delivery.
Okay.
So he suggests doing mock interviews with a friend or a career counselor.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
Like a dress rehearsal?
Exactly.
Okay.
Get comfortable with the flow.
Okay.
Work out any kinks.
Cool. What else?
Plan your outfit in advance.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Choose something professional.
Right.
You feel comfortable and confident in.
Yeah, you don't want to be fidgeting.
You don't want to be fidgeting with your clothes or feeling self-conscious about how you look.
Right. Feeling good about how I look makes me feel more confident.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Another tip.
Okay.
McMunn is a big believer in the power of positive self-talk.
Oh, like giving myself a pep talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
So instead of focusing on all the things that could go wrong,
Right.
focus on your strengths, your accomplishments,
right.
your genuine passion for this opportunity.
So remind myself why I'm a great fit for EY.
Yes.
And why I'm excited about this role.
Replace those negative thoughts.
Okay.
With positive affirmations.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered how to ask smart questions, leave a lasting impression,
Yep.
and conquer those pre-interview jitters.
The trifecta?
Yeah,
Yep.
But what about the actual interview?
Okay, so that's a great question.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're going to delve into in part 3.
Okay, awesome.
We're going to unpack McMunn's insights on how to structure your answers.
Right?
Showcase your personality. And handle those unexpected curveballs that interviewers love to throw. It's going to be good.
This is getting me pumped.
Yeah.
All right, see you in part 3.
See you there.
Okay, so we've prepped for all those tough questions. We've got our own killer questions to ask them.
Absolutely.
And we've even tackled those pre-interview jitters.
We're ready.
So now it's showtime.
It's go time.
The actual interview.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous just thinking about it.
I hear you, but remember all that prep we did.
Right.
It's going to pay off.
Okay.
Now let's focus on how to really shine when you're face-to-face with the EY team.
Okay.
McMunn has some great advice on how to structure your answers.
All right.
And really show them who you are, not just what's on your resume.
Okay, so it's more than just facts and figures.
More than just reciting your resume.
They want to see the person behind the achievements.
They want to see the person behind the accomplishments.
Yeah. Okay, so what's McMunn's secret weapon for, like, really nailing those answers?
So he talks about something called the STAR method.
STAR method.
Yeah, it sounds a little technical, but it's actually super simple.
Okay.
And helpful.
All right, break it down for me.
Okay, so think of it as telling a story.
Okay.
With a clear structure.
Okay.
So STAR stands for situation,
okay,
task, action, and result.
Task, action, result.
Exactly.
Okay, I can remember that.
Good.
What does each part, like, what do I do in each part?
So situation is setting the scene.
Okay.
Briefly describe the context of your story.
Right.
The challenge you faced.
Yeah, sure.
Then task is outlining your specific role in that situation.
Okay.
What were you responsible for?
Okay.
Action is where you really shine.
Okay.
What steps did you take to address that challenge?
Okay.
And then finally, result. What was the outcome?
Okay.
What did you learn from the experience?
So it's like painting a picture for them.
Exactly.
They can see the situation, understand my role, and then see how I took action and made a difference.
See the impact you made.
That's way more interesting than just saying, I'm a good problem solver.
It's showing, not telling.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can't forget about those EY values, right?
We can't forget about those values.
How do I weave those into my STAR stories?
So every time you tell a story, think about which EY value it demonstrates.
Okay.
So for example, if you're talking about a successful team project,
okay,
highlight how your collaboration skills led to that positive outcome.
Okay.
Or if you overcame a really tough challenge,
Yeah.
emphasized your resilience and determination qualities that EY really values.
So it's not just about picking any old story.
It's about choosing stories that align with what they're looking for.
It's giving them a sneak peek of how I'd fit in and contribute to their success.
Showing them, you get it.
I like it. Okay. Yeah. What about showing some personality?
Oh, personality.
How much of me should I bring into the interview?
So that's a great question.
Yeah.
While professionalism is always key,
right,
McMunn encourages candidates to let their personality shine through. They want to get to know you as a person.
Okay.
Not just a list of skills and experience.
So it's okay to be myself.
Be yourself.
As long as I'm professional.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm funny enough to crack jokes in an interview.
It doesn't have to be stand-up comedy. It's more about being authentic and engaging.
Right.
Show them that you're a real person that they can connect with.
Okay.
You know, a little bit of humor where appropriate can help lighten the mood.
Right.
Create a more relaxed atmosphere.
But read the room.
Always read the room.
Don't force it.
Don't force it.
Oh, right. What about those curveball questions?
Curveball questions.
That interviewers love to throw.
Oh, yeah. They love to see you think on your feet.
The ones you just can't prepare for.
It's impossible to anticipate every question.
Right.
But McMunn has some advice on handling the unexpected.
Okay, give it to me. I need all the help I can get.
All right, first rule.
Okay.
Don't panic.
Okay.
Even if you're completely thrown off guard.
Yeah.
Just take a deep breath.
Okay.
And pause to gather your thoughts.
Okay.
It shows composure under pressure.
Okay.
Which EY definitely looks for.
Deep breaths. Got it.
Deep breaths.
Okay, but what if I genuinely don't know the answer?
Okay.
Well, should I just make something up?
Honesty is always the best policy.
Okay.
If you don't know the answer,
yeah,
it's okay to admit it.
Okay.
You can say something like, that's a great question. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm eager to learn more about that.
Okay, so that shows that I'm humble.
Humble.
And I have a thirst for knowledge.
Exactly.
Which are good things.
Always good things.
Yeah, okay, what if the question is just so out there that I don't even know where to begin?
Okay, so...
Like, what do I do?
McMunn suggests trying to reframe the question into something you can answer more confidently.
Okay.
So, for example, if they ask you a hypothetical question that you haven't prepared for, you can say, that's an interesting question.
Okay.
While I haven't encountered that specific scenario, I can share a related experience where I and then pivot to a story that showcases your skills and strengths.
So thinking on my feet, staying flexible, and finding a way to connect it back to my strengths.
Exactly. It's like a mental agility test.
Okay.
Showing them you can handle whatever they throw at you.
I like that. Okay.
And remember, the interview is a two-way street.
Oh, right. It's not just them evaluating me.
It's not just about them evaluating you.
I don't get to evaluate them.
You get to evaluate them.
See if EY is right for me.
Exactly. Pay attention to how they interact with you.
Okay.
The questions they ask.
Right.
The overall vibe of the interview. Trust your gut feeling.
Okay.
It will tell you a lot about what it would be like to work there.
That's a great reminder.
Yeah.
Wow, we covered so much in this deep dive.
I know we've been through a lot.
I feel like I have a whole toolbox.
A whole toolbox.
I have strategies now.
I love that.
To go into this interview.
You're going to crush it.
Any final words of wisdom?
Remember, you got this.
Okay.
Be prepared, be authentic, be yourself.
Okay.
You've got the skills, the experience, and the drive to succeed.
All right.
Now it's about showcasing those qualities with confidence and conviction.
Okay.
So relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy the conversation.
All right.
You got this.
That's a great pep talk.
I try.
I feel so much more prepared now.
Good. I'm glad.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That's it for this episode of The Deep Dive.
That's a wrap.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a topic that's relevant to your journey of learning and growth.
We'll see you next time.
Until then, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep striving for your goals.
Absolutely.
And to everyone out there prepping for those EY interviews, good luck, you got this.
We're rooting for you.